Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Vice Principals, and this is the HBO series from creators Jody Hill, David Gordon Green, and Danny McBride. This is their kind of middle child with Eastbound and Down, and then Vice Principals and the Righteous Gemstones, which I honestly personally feel like Righteous Gemstones is like their peak of them really coming into their own. And finishing now the second season of Vice Principals, which there's only 2 of them, realizing that they laid a lot of groundwork in this series of, you balance these family issues, these relatable and poignant family issues. You have these insecurities of these characters that are pretty unlikable, but complex enough for you to be like, there's certain things where I'm kind of rooting for you. But laying down crime elements and thriller elements and really bleak dark comedy elements, this series does a lot of great heavy lifting, and it's surprising where this series takes you. And like the middle piece, the ending of season 1 into season 2, where it's like somebody gets mortally wounded out of nowhere, and you're just like, holy crap. And how it reframes this leading up to a finale that is so ridiculous and insane that it really takes you to some places. And I have to say, the direction of this is sleek and in your face, doesn't pull punches, and is darkly funny. You have the writing where they make so many horribly unlikable characters find some kind of redeeming qualities in them between Neil, Gamby, and Lee Russell, these 2 vice principals vying for the spot of being the principal. And, there's such an interesting dynamic between the 2 of them. And then you have Neil, who is an overprotective father, loves his daughter. You get a lot less of that in the second season, but you do have an episode or 2 that really do focus on it. And he's struggling with like his ex-wife and her new boo. It's like, and it's Busy Phillips from like Freaks and Geeks, and like Shea Whigham, weirdly enough, is like the his ex's new husband. And you have him trying to develop his relationship with his daughter, played by Maya G. Love, and balancing with that. And then you have Lee Russell, who's kind of cuckolded, has a really uncomfortable relationship with his wife and his mother-in-law, and him trying to overcome his own insecurities. But they're both pretty despicable. I feel like Gamby is much more like earnest about it, and he's just kind of a buffoon. Russell is pretty manipulative and a liar and a schemer. And over the course of the series, you see their friendship develop and rise and fall. And God, Danny McBride and Walton Goggins kill it in this series. They just off the wall and so fantastic together. Their chemistry with each other is off the charts. And you have Georgia King, who plays Amanda, who is Neil's love interest, who he really wants to be with. But somebody, Miss Abbott, played by Edie Patterson, keeps getting in the way of that. And Edie Patterson, also from Righteous Gemstones, and she's a wild card to say the least in this series, and it's kind of crazy where her character goes in this series. And you have all the other teachers in supporting roles, and just in general, this is a darkly funny show, gives a lot of laughs, has some thrilling elements, some mystery elements. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting that you don't expect it from a series like this. And when it really comes down to it, Jody Hill, David Gordon Green, and Danny McBride know what they're doing, make great content, and this series, in its 2 seasons, take you on quite the impactful and exhilarating journey, and it's so worth checking out. They're half-hour episodes. There's only 18 of them. This is 9 hours of television, and it's definitely worth that commitment. But those are my thoughts on Vice Principals. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.